Motorsports. I'm your host Isaiah, and today we're going to be swapping out the aftermarket fog light switch for the original fog light switch, and we're going to have another installation, not the bumper, because there's something that has to be put in there beforehand, and we're going to see what it is in this episode. So let's take a look. All right, so we are going to start here. Basically, see, this is kind of, there it goes. And you can see it lights up. Well, a couple episodes ago, I actually did the fog light switch along with the fog lights and all that good stuff. And I actually have the original switch. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this one out and put in the original switch, which looks like this. So on the back we have 4 wires. Okay, and all we have to do is just wire it to the existing wires for the switch that's already there, which also has four wires. So again, if you are new to the channel, I'm going to drop a link for the episode where I actually put in the whole fog light and explain how, where, and all that other good stuff for where I got everything. But fast forwarding till now, we're going to take this out and put in the original one so we don't have issues pushing. Yeah, it's not working. So pushing in the button to keep on the light. So I'm going to pull that out and I'll be right back. So as you can see there, the switch is out. The plug, which is right here, we're going to take this out. But these are the wires that we're going to be splicing into. We got power, ground, switch power, and constant, something like that. I'm going to show you guys the diagram of this one and the other one, so we'll be on the same page. This is actually pretty hard to do with one hand, so hold on again. Okay, now that we have this unplugged, all right, I'm gonna show you guys the wires that's on this one. Okay, so it faces like this, on, off. And the wires are green and black, green and white, red, black with yellow stripe, and it's going to go in like this: power, ground, switch power. Okay, so now that you see it, you can kind of understand what this switch is all about. This harness already comes with relay, fuse, and all that good stuff, so there's no need to change anything from that. All we pretty much have to do is know the wiring diagram for this one and take it from there. So I'm going to cut this harness and we're going to start buttoning up these wires temporarily to make sure the fog lights work, which means we have to grab said bumper, which looks also amazing, and face it towards us and see if we can get some power. Okay, so first wire is connecting from the right side of the harness. Red goes to red, yellow with black stripe goes to the right white wire for this harness. This harness is from a Honda Accord aftermarket unit, just for reference. And yep, that's what we got so far, and that is our switch. So that works perfectly. The next wires is black goes to black, white goes to green with white stripe, and that should be it. So I'm going to finish these off with solder and heat shrink and be good to go. All right, that looks 1,000% cleaner and it works 1,000% better. See that there? Nice and simple, clean, effective, and on to the next thing. Ah, that looks so great. It's a little teaser. We're not quite ready for that yet, and let me show you why. Yep, it's about that time. Got to fit this bad boy in. So basically, what else we're doing today is we are going to permanently mount the intercooler and summarize and make cuts for all of the intercooler piping. But because my bumper is so short, and normally you would have to cut into your bumper, I think it's a little too expensive for me to do that, especially when I don't have a spare backup just in case. So we're not going to cut any of the bumper so far. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to cut here and here. So I have a hole saw and we're going to begin cutting just like that. But what we're going to do beforehand is we have something else to worry about. So if you look here, that is the support for the hood. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to keep that in some way, shape, or form. So I'm going to have to take this out for now. And we're going to have to cut this bar out of the way. I actually want the intercooler to be flush with the AC condenser. So with that being said, there's going to be a lot of cutting of this area. And both bottom corners, I want to go around the radiator and AC condenser and kind of take it from there. So let's begin with measuring everything up. Okay, first measurement is 1 foot, which is 12 inches right there. So we're looking at pretty much cutting from this way forward, but I want to see if I can do something a little different. Let's see. So first measurement is 12 inches. Next measurement is front to back, which is, get this together for a second. Front to back is going to be 3 inches. Just like that, which isn't too terrible. I think I can get away with it. But I want to see if I could do something about mounting the hood. Now, technically I could do hood pins, but it probably wouldn't be the best thing to do with the hood I'm going to be using. So let me take some more measurements and I'll be back. Okay, first things first, take the 310 millimeters out for that guy there, hood latch. And then after that, you're going to want to drill out the press welds where there's 2 on the bottom, 2 up top, 1, 2, and then take your center bar out. Okay, just like that. Simple enough. Now we have room for intercooler activities. So what we're going to do is we are going to lay the intercooler in its new home, mount up these wires for the fog, stuff like that. And then we're going to take it from there. Let's see what else I come up with. Okay, so this is what we're working with so far. And I know that is definitely going to clear the front bumper. Still have to figure out the hood latch situation. I'm wondering if I could possibly cut the lower tab off and just mount it directly on top of the intercooler, possibly. That'll be a good base for the hood latch to be supported by. I bought some extra bar just in case, but it honestly looks like some L brackets will take care of this as far as mounting is concerned, because we got a bolt there which can be mounted right above it, L bracket over here right above it, and yeah, do a two-way bolt situation on the frame of the car, and then do a bolt directly on top. Use a wrench to tighten that down. That should do it. And same deal on the bottom. I may not even have to put any plate down here either. Probably just some L brackets just to get bolted directly into the frame. But it's looking pretty good. Let me see what I could do about this hood latch, and I'll be back. Okay, so I took this spring out, which goes from here and hooks to this guy here, right here, right? Then I took this guy out, which goes into this hole here and hooks in over here, because this is supposed to be like that. So I've summed it up to where it needs to be cut down right about this area, all the way across both sides, but this hangs down in the way, so I'm thinking about bending this up, putting the latch situation somewhere connected to this bolt, and it'll be equal with that one. Then on the other side, that line runs clear across this guy. So I'm thinking I'm going to leave this one alone for now, because the main part that needs to come off is this, and this. So I'm going to cut those off, and I'm going to bend this up, see what I'm working with, and kind of take it from there. Worst case scenario, I'm going to have to go hood props or hood pins, and I really hope not, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so we're back. So basically what I did was I cut a square out of each side, added a spacer here, slight tilt. I welded a piece for this cable to grab onto. Let's just say it's a lot of customized stuff. For all of the other people that's trying to do something like this, it's probably better to just go with the hood pins. Probably something here and here, or closer, or what have you. But I'm going to try to set up for a little while. Later on, if I don't like it, I will definitely change it out. But right now, it works perfectly. So, take the hood. Just like regular. And then pop the hood. Just like regular. All done. So, only complaint I have about this is it doesn't have that natural spring back when you open the hood. Someone's got to pretty much open it for you, sort of thing. But I'll, you know, of course, work on the spring back technique on this here. But moving on, because the intercooler is mounted where it's mounted, I have to do the L bracket from here to here, then another L bracket from here, possibly to here, and then on the bottom, what I'm thinking about doing, because there's already threaded existing holes here, I might do an L bracket off of this guy and then have it connect here. So I'll probably do that on both sides. If not, I can do a rethread here, or excuse me, not a rethread, but a cap here, so I can actually thread it in and kind of take it from there. But it's looking to be pretty much about it so far as far as the intercooler. So next, we got to make this 90-degree corner, which is a very tight 90 on both sides. So let's jump onto that. But of course, before we start cutting into this area, there is wire on the opposing side. You can see it right here. So you have to remove it from both sides. See that there? And then we can begin cutting. Okay, the first hole is cut. Now, time to size up some piping. Okay, my first pipe is made. All right, so this is for this side. I know I'm kind of skipping ahead. I didn't even do this side, but I'm kind of excited to see what it's going to look like. But I got like a little elbow that needs to come on here just a little bit. Then this area faces towards the turbo for this side. Bolt or hose is going to go right there. Hard pipe through and through. These taped areas need to be welded, but it's looking good. I am going to remove the intercooler now, and I'm going to start doing the hole for this side. So I will be right back. Okay, so I had to move a couple things out of the way, mainly the coolant reservoir. I'm going to see if I can probably get an aftermarket one that possibly utilizes the factory cap. A lot of the overflow reservoirs that are aftermarket are sealed units, which is not ideal. So as you can see, we are dead even there. We're going to have the pipe come up over the tranny, and then we're going to run a diagonal pipe straight across this way. And then that should give us exactly what we want. Then I'm going to do a 45-degree at the throttle body, and it'll be two pieces, one for the bottom for the turbo, and then one for the throttle body side. Basically, it should be 4 boost clamps. That's it. There should be no more than 4. That way there'll be less points of failure. Alrighty, let me fab this side up, and we'll take it from there. Yes, I definitely had to show you guys. It is super exciting. There's going to be a clamp there, and then a clamp at the base right down here. But she's looking perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm going to get these pipes welded soon. Yeah, what can I say? That looks great. I love it. That is 100%. So this will be great for the next motor, obviously, and we'll kind of take it from there. But I want you guys to get a full view of everything real quick. Okay, so I have my intercooler piping cut out, but I know what you're thinking. Where is the blow-off valve? So that and more coming soon. And with that being said, we're going to call it an episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely join me for the next one. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing if this is the type of videos you like to watch. But until then, remember, knowledge is power, and I'll see you next episode.